What's up, you guys? Sean Sapp here with a name you know. We've had the good fortune of interviewing her a couple of times. First time, you were holding a different championship. Now you're holding the NXT championship. You've had a good couple of years, haven't you?
I have, yeah. It's been insane. A whirlwind, but I'm so grateful. I'm so happy.
I mean, the things you've done and the places you've been in such a short span just over the last couple of years have been just amazing. How do you look at that and go, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Do you have like a certain thing in your mind, like when you get to NXT, this is how long I would like for it to be before this happens? Because this came along very quickly as well.
Yeah, it really did. Honestly, I feel like now I'm just trying to live in the moment. I'm trying to take in every single moment that I can, especially as NXT Women's Champion. I think like that's the hard part. You're always thinking about what's next. Yeah. But wrestling is so crazy. Like, you never know. I could be on friggin' SmackDown tonight. You never know. I mean,
yeah.
It's crazy how things just work in this business.
Speaking of, you were at the Royal Rumble. I was there. I was actually, our media section was right behind, I don't know if it was maybe your family or somebody, but there was a very raucous group specifically that they were just going bananas over you. How do you find out, okay, you're going to be in the Royal Rumble, and what's your reaction to that? Because, I mean, that's got to be something that's a dream.
Yeah, that's like, honestly, like Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania were like my top dream bucket list matches when I was a kid. So when they told me, hey, you're going to be in the Royal Rumble, I was like, it's my first year here. I was like, this is insane. I feel like it's so much to process, but like I said, I'm trying to take in every moment, like as much as I can, especially in that Royal Rumble when I made my entrance. I was like, all right, I gotta look everywhere, take every single, soak it all in. But yeah, it's so cool, like the moments that you get to have in professional wrestling. It's amazing. What's
the most useful thing, maybe a light bulb moment at the WWE PC that you've had? Because, I mean, you got a lot of great coaches at your disposal. You got Shawn Michaels working with you directly on camera in a thing that he's very familiar with. What was maybe one light bulb moment? I'm sure you have plenty because you're there all day, every day. Yeah.
I think, like, being in the WWE, I feel like you have to evolve a lot. You have to constantly evolve so that the fans want to keep being invested in you. And something that I've sometimes struggled with is like, all right, I gotta keep adding layers. What can I do next? What can I do differently? And I remember Sean told me, like, look, like, you're fine. You don't need to change anything right now. You're young. The cool thing about you being young in the business is that the story writes itself for you. So just keep living in the moment, keep like doing what you're doing, work hard, and things are just gonna fall into place. And that was really good advice to hear from him, especially from the best in the world, the one that's experienced everything, the highs, the lows. So yeah, that was cool.
Speaking of highs and lows, again, when I talked to you, it was around the time that Ring of Honor was very uncertain. However, like almost immediately when that happened, I had people from many companies saying, oh yeah, we want her. And I mean, I know there were people in WWE that flat out, they put their name on it too. They're like, we want her here. Like they made it publicly known via a lot of things, like we want her to be here. How did that feel for you to know that not only did you have options, but they were out there, they were not making it a secret that they wanted you, many companies? That
felt so cool to me, because as a kid, my dream was going to WWE, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna do it. And then I found out about the Indies, and I found out how you could just work your way up throughout the Indies, and one day maybe they'll call me, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a big enough name for myself to where I don't have to beg. Like they will contact me and be like, hey, we want you because your work spoke for itself, and for that to actually happen, and for my hard work to pay off, and for WWE, when I got there, it was crazy to like do my tryout, and people were like, yeah, we know you, and I was like, I would have never expected to come into a WWE tryout and people be like, yeah, you're good.
How was that process for you? Because I've heard some people that were like, man, it was a lot more than I expected, and there were some people that were like, oh no, I did my homework. I knew what to go in and expect.
Yeah, I think I definitely did my homework, especially like training at Booker T's school. He prepared me. My boyfriend Gino Medina, he's awesome, and he prepared me for that tryout. Like, oh my God, I was ready. Like, he had me doing some crazy cardio, and he's like, yeah, he's done a tryout before, so he's like, yeah, this is what they do. And I got there, and it was way less than what he had me do, but I was over prepared, so that was good. Yeah.
As we wrap up, also you're in the 2K23 video game. I mean, that is so cool. What did you do, if anything, like for that? Did they have you do scans? Did they have you do input? Or was it like one of those things where they're like, we've got plenty of materials, we can rock with this ourselves?
Yeah, so they did do scans, but they told us like, hey, we don't know for sure if you're going to be in the game, but just do a scan just in case. So I was like, all right, hopefully I'm in the game. And then I saw the announcement, and I was like, this is insane to actually see it. And like, I did like a press conference, and I was able to play the game as myself for the first time, and I was like, I literally almost started crying because I was just like, this is insane. Like, to actually see myself in a WWE video game, like games that I used to play growing up as a kid nonstop, it's insane.
Roxanne Perez, I want to thank you so much. Check her out every week on NXT. Until next time, guys, we're out.
NordVPN.com/Fightful. I travel a lot. I'm on that unsecured Wi-Fi. When I'm on the plane, when I'm at the airport, when I'm at the hotel, NordVPN.com/Fightful helps me stay safe and secure. And I can change my virtual location with just one click. So if I'm across the country, I can change my virtual location and get access to all the shows that I'm already paying for. But not just that. I can get pay-per-views much more affordably, a lot of content more affordably, with a wider array of content, thanks to that ability to change my virtual location with just one click with NordVPN.com/Fightful, and it works on all my devices, whether it be a laptop, desktop, PC, router, TV. NordVPN.com/Fightful has you covered, and we have you covered with a 30-day money-back guarantee, on top of 4 months free. On top of that great service, the fastest VPN in the world, 3 great tiers, NordVPN.com/Fightful.